Simple Plan and Natasha Bedingfield on the air this morning. Guy Sebastian's here, everyone.
The X Factor.
The X Factor. Guy, how are you? Welcome, buddy.
Hey, Guy.
Hey, how are you?
Nice
Good.
to see you.
How's it going?
Guy, he's cruised in from a nice sunny California day,
Yes.
and he's walked into crazy town. That's what he's walked into.
Is it really? It is crazy with what's been going on here. That's for sure. And by the way, poor old speech impediment Matt wasn't his fault. It turns out, but he copped it anyway.
Oh, whose fault was it?
We still don't know. We're doing an audit at the moment to see where it came from.
Oh. That's official word for witch hunt.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. And she'll be burning the sticks and walking through the station later. Look, Guy, obviously we know X Factor, but before we get on to X Factor, I've been talking to Guy off the air during that song. He's involved with this Project Futures Stella Fella campaign. To learn more about this, go to projectfutures.com/Stella Fella.
What is
and I'm
this
like,
all
what's
about?
this Stella Fella, Guy? I thought it was some sort of gay Mardi Gras vibe. But it's not. It's very important and it's very special charity. Tell everyone what it's about.
Yeah, it is. Oh, look, it's pretty heavy for the this time in the morning. But I was at an event here in LA and it was all about sex trafficking.
Right.
And I've
You're like $5 to $1, $6, $7, $7. Nothing like that.
No, not an auction.
Not an order, not an auction. Yeah.
It was this event basically raising awareness, and for me, I'd heard of it going on. I'd obviously read some stuff about it, but at this event it was pretty full on and pretty very informative, and they had this woman who spoke, who was very involved in it, and then there was another story that I'd heard about a woman who actually was sold as a sex slave when she was a really young girl, and
it still goes on
and
today.
what they
though.
do apparently, and I don't know, because I've seen the movie Taken with Liam Neeson, and that's about that, where his daughter gets taken and becomes a sex slave.
And he's a god in that.
Is he?
I love that
We all
movie.
love that movie. It's our favourite movie.
set of skills.
I know. But they get them addicted to heroin so they can't leave as well. Is that what they do?
And they shame them and they basically isolate them so that they're stuck in the whole pimp thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty full on and they get stuck at a very young age. I mean, I'm talking as young as 5, and so hearing someone 5 years old, and so I was just thinking. I mean, it really kind of dawned on me. I was at this event, and it's basically like people sitting listening to this radio show, and there's at this very moment there's little kids like 5, 6, 7, 8 years old that are getting
involved in this sex trafficking slave world,
and they're born into such a horrible situation. And so they've got this campaign called Stella Fellas, and it's basically just guys sort of standing up and saying that it's obviously not cool, and just trying to get awareness. I think it's James Curley and a few other people who are involved in this, and so people can go online, vote. They can then attend this Stella Fella campaign event on
spread the word and shut this sort of thing down.
Because there's sex slaves here in Australia.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Jackie, is there?
Yes, Kyle, there is.
Where are they?
They're, I was reading an article about it. They are here in Sydney and Melbourne, and they're brought
in the
here
prostitution
to be,
world.
Yep, and they are sex slaves, and they're threatened. Basically, they're threatened. Like, they come over here on false pretenses, thinking they're going to come over here and live, and then what they do is they get these young girls, and then they keep them there, and they say, if you leave, we'll kill your family, because now we have all your details, we know where they live, and they're captured, and they're too afraid to leave.
Yeah,
and a lot of guys don't even, would you say, is that true, Guy? A lot of guys don't even perhaps realise that when they go to these places, they're sleeping with girls that are there against their will.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, and then it might not come across like they're there against their will as well, because they basically are made to feel like they're ashamed. They're kind of a lot of the time outed as well back home. Like it's made aware to their family that this is what they're involved in, and so their family reject them, and
they're left with no choice.
Yeah, because they put ads and stuff in the papers in Thailand and Cambodia saying work opportunity in Australia or in America or wherever, and once they get there, the truth is sort of hits them. But overseas, it's a lot more confronting. Like I said, like little kids, it's pretty.
That's
full on.
the foulest thing I've ever heard.
It really is disgusting. I hear more and more about this, and it's great that more and more people like yourself and of course there's other high-profile people. Demi Moore's really kind of vocal about this as well and does a lot of campaigns.
Oh, God, well, I'm in a real downer now. Thanks, guys, for coming around.
But, it's good to make people aware of this sort of thing because they actually don't know what's going on here in Australia.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm shocked that it's in Australia.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, one of the leading people who are doing this are people from Australia. This Project Futures campaign is all out of Australia, and it's now kind of infiltrated LA. They've teamed up with this woman, Somali mum, who's over here, who's written this incredible book about it, and but it's all online, all on the Project Futures website.
Well, that's great, and it is projectfutures.com/Stella Fellas. Now, don't go away.
Yeah.
You're not just going to come in here and hit our hearts and then leave. We're going to talk to you about X Factor and stuff coming up too. Plus, Daniel Craig, we'll get him on before 9 here at Today FM.